Bang, what up, what up, what up, family? This is Parlay with us. We back live again from the studios, Beantown, Mass, Tampa, Florida, with Hustle Stacks. We got Sean Doe, we got Stony Cook. It's me here, Mr. Beans. We're doing it. We're bringing it to you guys live. Today is a special show. It is the NBA playoff round 1 preview. We got the Champion Leagues review with Sean Doe, and we have a special guest on today by the name of Shannon Crooks. He is a superstar athlete out of Boston, Mass. I would say the way of Everett, Mass, where he played most of his ball. But we will have one of our friends, good friends, Shannon Crooks, UMass standout, on the show today, and he will be on here to discuss some things about what's going on in ball and just kick it with the Parlay with Us team. He knows all of us as friends. And we grew up with each other in Boston back in the days and in Everett. So with that being said, this is Parlay with Us, and we are bringing to you guys live another podcast, strictly sports and entertainment, with some serious cats out here that love to take the game, very serious. We love our sports, we love our basketball and everything. So we put this together to bring it to the masses so y'all can enjoy some of this commentary and the good stuff we put out there. So with that being said, before we move any further, let me hit you guys off.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through, but don't break.
Yeah. Once again, man, it's Mr. Beans here. This is Parlay with Us, man. You got Stony Crook, you got Hustle Stacks, and Sean Doe. We are coming to you guys live every week, every Sunday. We bring you guys this live sports and entertainment content. And today, me and Crooks literally got off the plane from Jamaica. We spent the week out there. We did a show out there. If you guys was able to spot it or see it, check it out. It was just a little quick, rundown of what we was doing in Jamaica and how much fun we was having, and just give y'all a little breakdown of what we was doing for our Real Talk show on Thursdays. So with that being said, we're gonna just move on. Today is the sports show. Today is Sunday. This is our sports show. This is the team. You got Stacks, you got Doe. Yeah. And what we're gonna do? What up, fellas? What up?
What up?
Good was good.
What's up, family? Seeing y'all shining, bro. I'm laughing because I swear to God, I thought I was dreaming that shit.
I wanted to do it better. To tell you, we wanted to do it a little bit better, but
shit, though. I was like, yo. I said, T, were they in Jamaica? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh,
yeah, we did a quick half hour,
Told me y'all was going out to the joint.
That's that Theraflu shit. Don't fuck with that.
Oh, yeah,
you don't have
what's that? You say you didn't know we was going there?
Me?
Oh, no. I knew y'all was going. I just forgot the date y'all was going.
Okay, yeah.
But like I said, I had my phone next to me in my bed, bro. Like, it was just in my bed, and I heard it, a notification, and I clicked, and like I said, I was on Theraflu, all types of shit, bro. And I clicked, and I just seen jamming or some shit, and then I seen y'all just chilling. I was like, yo, this is ill. I thought I heard my name, Sean Doe, then I just fell asleep, and I'm like, and that was it. And I was like, oh shit.
No, yeah, because I said I was trying to, I know Stacks had some, same thing. We was just having issues with trying to like mount it all together for us to get on there. I wasn't sure that you would be able to chime in. Then you're telling me you was under the weather for a few days, and I know Stacks was under the weather for a few days.
I was really ready for that because I was off.
Yeah,
and
so we just
ended up being off the rest of the week anyway because I had to call out, but
we was just trying to give y'all a little island vibe, a little Jamaica, a little jam rock vibe. You know what I mean? We was trying to give y'all a little jam rock vibe.
Now that makes the show look good. That means our budget's on going right, bro.
We tried. I was a little
We just gotta get that flying shit together. That's it. We just gotta get our jet together.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that. It's a must.
Exactly.
We all gotta do a show on location, you know.
No, we
Exactly. We all got to do a show. So shout out to those. Shout out.
Beans cribs,
Definitely.
man.
Real quick before we move on to the NBA and before we move on to the title,
yes, sir.
Shout out to Montego Bay, Jamaica. Shout out to everybody who treated us good, the taxi drivers, the service at the hotel. Shout out to Iberostar Resorts in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Shout out to Best Jamaica Transportation. Yo, if you in Jamaica, I'm telling y'all right now, the taxi drivers be on some shady shit, and ain't nothing against no Jamaicans. My people, I got Jamaican people. My people's Jamaican, right? But none on no shady shit with no Jamaican. But the taxi drivers be on some shady shit. They want to overcharge you because you're American. You're slang. And as soon as you talk, they like, yeah, it's $100 to go somewhere. U.S. You see what I'm saying? So me being there so many times, I've been in Jamaica. I can't even count on two hands. So that goes to tell y'all, me being there so many times, they couldn't run those games on me. So I already knew what the deal was. And when they were calling out prices, I was like, no, it's not that. And then they'll call out the right price. So shout out to Best Jamaica Transportation out of Montego Bay. Right. Anywhere we wanted to go, they took care of us. They charged us the right price. They waited for us. They took us places that extra off the cuff that wasn't part of the travel plan or the itinerary. We want to go here. We want to go there. We want to stop here. Best Jamaica did their thing. Shout out to Best Jamaica in Montego Bay. Best transportation service that you can get. Trust me, I'm telling you guys, those dudes was money. Even today, when we left, we was leaving. We wanted to go grab souvenirs at the last minute. Yo, Breads, can you stop at the shop so we could go grab some stuff? You good, man. We cool.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? We are talking.
Those two words,
you know
boy.
What I mean?
Yeah,
we
man.
good, fam. Like, you know what I mean? We'll take. They took us there. We went. No hustle. Nobody rushing us. So, yo, shout out to them, man. So that was our trip in Jamaica. Me and Stoney had a good time out there with the family. We enjoyed it. Our girls had a good time. Everybody got tan. Y'all wouldn't even blow. Like, y'all wouldn't even know. Like, I got dark. Y'all wouldn't even think what I did. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yo, how did you get tan? Nah, if I got blacker from the time y'all last saw me. Just check out the video. But so let's move on, guys. Let's go on. Let's start it. Where y'all want to start? Let's start with this.
Where else
NBA
we gonna start?
Round
one place to start, man. First game of the day, you know.
So let's go with it, man. If you want to, but do you want to go backtrack or do you want to start what happened on the beginning of the round one? What teams went down? What went down on Friday night? What went down on Saturday night? Saturday. Started Saturday?
Yeah, it started Saturday.
So, I mean, we wasn't able to really observe too many of the games. If you though, it's your thing. When you're down in the islands, Jamaica, I don't care where you go, you turn on the TV. Crooks, what Stoney would tell you. You turn on the TV. We was in the sports bars down there.
We had
on the resort.
And
you know what they watching?
Soccer. Oh, word.
And they not turning it. And they not turning
good matches yesterday. Then
you know. So yeah, that's what's going on out there. You know. So that's what people be doing. They be out there on that. So with that being said, guys, you guys know a little bit more. I didn't pay attention to no basketball all weekend.
For me, I just want to touch. I don't want to go too crazy because I know we're gonna preview the whole. So I don't want to like stay on 1, 2, 3, whatever. But
go ahead.
For me, I think me and Staff were talking about this earlier. I mean, I know when B wants to win, I give it to him. I know he's always been hurt. I know that's his thing. You know, he's trying to break through the not the curse of him being hurt, but just just trying to get through it. But I'm sorry, man. If I was him, I'd sit this one out because I don't think they're gonna beat the Knicks anyway. In my opinion.
Okay. And I don't think
he's compromised. He's compromised. He could ruin his. Not that his career. It is what it is. Like you said, I think Crook, you said it. I think he weighs like fucking 500 pounds.
It's catching up to him.
It's catching up to you, fam.
It's catching up to him. I thought it been caught up to him.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's really biting him in the ass.
Yeah, I thought of you, Crook. Seriously, when that happened, when he landed on his leg, I think we talked about that. And it's like, bro, sit down. Just sit down. We get it. You're injury prone. You're probably to me, he's the best scorer in the NBA when he's healthy. Not Doncic, not anybody. He's the best scorer. That's just my opinion. But he can't, and he's hurting him defensively because he can't move. Not only is he just that stood out to me. D'Angelo Russell, listen, he helped get him where he's there at. He played tough down the stretch, but he's got to be more. He's got to be more serious, man. When he's playing, he's out there with his fucking mouth guard hanging out, dribbling half-ass, bounce passing, and like LeBron's looking at him like J.R. Smith, like what are you doing with the ball, fam? What's happening with that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is the playoffs, man. This is not the regular season. You're over here being cute on the court. This is not what it is. That stood out to me with him. Not saying it's a surprise, but that stood out to me how lackadaisical he was yesterday. Cleveland, Orlando, that kind of panned out how I figured it was going to pan out. Stacks, I don't know how you felt. I mean,
no, I think that might be this might be a gentleman's sweep in that series.
That's like
I think Cleveland just got the matchup. Donovan, if Donovan look like playoff Donovan right now.
Yeah, he do.
So if he get back to playoff Donovan, I just don't say Banchero's gonna have a hard time with scoring on Mobley. I knew that. I think Mobley very underrated, and he matches up good with Banchero. So I just think Cleveland will get that win. I mean, I just think Cleveland will get that series. Magic are young; they'll be back, but I just
need some shooting. They got no shooting. They
ain't got no. The Wagner. With that being said, they can make it a series if the Wagner boys play better.
Yeah.
So if the Wagner boys play better, I think they can make it a series. They could be an X factor. And that Knicks series, Knicks are shaky, bro. I'm sorry. You got.
But that's the team I'm watching right now.
But you got that man out there on one leg, and you can't.
Right.
He's 29 points on one joint. You know what I'm saying? So that's some numbers, B, on one leg.
Yeah, that's the number. I think they let him. I guess they felt like he could do his thing because they didn't think nobody else was going to do nothing. They didn't get nothing from anybody else.
I thought they would let him get what he could get because no one else was doing. Tobias Harris needs his NBA card revoked.
They need him. They need Tobias Harris.
Hold on, stop the press. Y'all are just figuring that out.
No, we're not just figuring it out.
No, you can't just say because he been hiding behind Ben Simmons for the longest time.
You're right.
I've been saying that about him, bro.
But
But I seen. No, you're right, man. I seen the potential in him, man. I don't know. I seen him play well.
He's not. No, everybody's been shitting on Ben Simmons, and that dude been skating. That's what I'm saying.
But now it's
the focus.
Evident.
The focus is
because he doesn't get hurt.
Huh?
He doesn't get hurt.
It doesn't matter. Okay, that makes it even fucking worse that he doesn't get hurt and that he's making max contract money.
He is terrible.
He's done.
He's terrible.
I agree.
He is terrible.
So why didn't they address that this offseason? Like they've been earlier. Well, I mean, I know the contract's bad, but I feel like Sixers know that the guys just build that. They need production in that spot, and
100%.
You said address that in the offseason. Who they don't have no assets to trade for him.
Right, but look, I feel like when you have a serious problem, if it's that serious to you, I think you're gonna try to do the best you. I feel like they had 2 seasons to do it. I think they felt that way about him for like the last 2 seasons. They
haven't put no team around Embiid in 4 years.
Right. I agree.
That dude, he might need to be the one that say, "Look, I got to get up out of here." Like he's wasting his prime career years right there.
He is. And Maxey came. Maxi's
good. I Maxey.
Shout out to Maxey, man.
But
Maxey's tough.
They should have.
Maxey's tough. They got a couple players over there that's okay. I think Oubre's a good role player. He does what he's supposed to do. Yeah, he does what he's supposed to do. They got a couple role players. I thought Buddy Hield would be better over there than
much
he is.
better.
Oh, he's another one. What?
Yeah,
what happened to him, man? The guy was a great shooter, man. He was shooting a great percentage from the 3-point line. I don't know what happened to him.
I thought Buddy would have been better over
Buddy
there.
Hield was.
Yeah.
They took him out because he couldn't defend yesterday, though.
But he's not.
I seen that. I know, but he literally gave up. He quit on the play. He took him right out. I seen. I was like, wow. He didn't see him again.
He never defended. That wasn't. Ooh, Buddy.
At least jumping away or something, bro. He was just like.
Buddy getting defended in college.
Yeah.
Buddy.
I mean,
that's a good point, though. When you make that trade, and some of your principles are on the defensive end of the ball, and I'm not gonna tell you I knew he wasn't a great defender, obviously. But I thought he would try a little bit more. He looked like he just wasn't interested.
He got brung there to surround and be with at least one shooter.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what he got brung there for, was to knock down the jump shot. You know, that's what he got brung there for. And if he ain't hitting that jump shot, you got to live with him not playing D. That's what it's all about. But listen, if you got a player that you know can heat up and you don't play no D,
right,
you're gonna have to live with it at some point. Like,
right. You'll take that hit.
Yeah,
trade off. You'll take that trade off.
Yeah, you got to trade it off. Hopefully, and right now, like you said, if it ain't trading off, you got to sit him.
Yeah, they took him out quick. He didn't rotate on Hart or what's his name, the young boy, the defensive kid that's hitting them threes. They took him out of the game. I seen it. Took me right.
And B came out the game. He came out the game and went back in.
Yeah, he heard it. Like we and you said. Like we talked about,
he re-aggravated.
He landed on his leg, like we talked about, because he weighs 400 pounds. No disrespect on B, but you're overweight. And I thought he fucking fractured his shin just landing on that shit. He was on the ground. I mean, I ain't gonna joke about it. He looked like he got shot, cuz like he looked like some 911 shit. So his face was all bugged out. His eyes was all twitching.
He left the court. Don't think they could I don't know, use him differently? I don't know, man.
He was moved. No, what's crazy?
I mean, use him in a way where he's not gonna be landing. I mean, I know you got to jump and run all the time, but I just feel like I don't know, man. They're gonna have to manage that.
He hasn't dunked.
He's not gonna make it through the series.
He dunked. That's how he hurt his knee. Dunked when he came back. That's how he hurt his knee. Threw that shit off the glass and caught it.
No, I'm saying, but that was like his first or only second dunk since he came like back from that injury or whatever they said.
So before y'all go on, man, shout out to everybody in here on the live. Thanks for coming through. Please like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. If you're new to watching Parlay with us, please like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, but most importantly, hit the subscribe button. It helps us a long way, man. We're trying to build this algorithm. We're trying to build this channel. This is a sports-based channel out of Boston. And we're trying to build content. We got a lot of things in store for you guys. So not to cut you guys, but I just have to put the plug in there. Please like and subscribe, guys. Hit the thumbs up and all that, man. Please share it with all your friends, family, co-workers, everybody. Share it with everybody. We're a sports podcast. On Thursdays, we do something called Real Talk, which is about the culture and whatever.
I was trying to make my debut this week, man. Y'all shut it down, man. Y'all shut me out, man.
Nah, we didn't do that.
Nah.
Oh yeah, man.
Thursday, don't forget to mention before the show's over about the Thursday draft show.
That's right. I'll let them know. Yes. I'll let them know the Thursday draft show.
I'll be there. I'm changing my whole schedule around for that.
Okay.
But anyway.
So before I got somebody in the green room right now, and before we go forward, since we're talking, we are in the basketball phase of this content of this show right now. So before we move forward, I'd like to introduce a special guest. He is friends of ours, and he's an athlete and a pro athlete in many eyes, in my eyes, and the Boston. What do you say? The Boston apparatus eyes. He is a 3-time Boston shootout attendee. He is. He spent I don't know if it was 1 year, but he spent some time in St. John's. He played with Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. He's a 3-year UMass standout, UMass Amherst standout. He assessed 1,074 points in his career in UMass. he assessed a 310 assists in his career. I think in one season in UMass, he assessed a 99 assist in a season, which is great. He was acclimated and talked brilliantly enough by major coaches in the Division I arena, John Calipari to be one. He was a two-time Angolan League champion over there in Africa. He is our friend. He's our boy. He's an athlete. He's a father, I'm sure, a husband, and a great person. So I would like to give y'all a warm welcome and say what's up to our peoples. King Shizzy, a.k.a. the man, Shannon Crooks, UMass Boston.
Go.
What up?
Cheers.
Good.
What up?
What's up, man?
I like that background right there.
You see?
Love that background. Love it.
that.
My daughter's the producer, man. You know what I mean? I told
Nice.
her on screen, she a little shy though. You know?
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Doing a good job.
It's a pleasure to be on, man. You guys are doing great things, man. You know, T been talking for a minute. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean?
We happy to have you, man.
Good
Definitely.
to have
Always
you.
a pleasure.
We've been waiting for this moment, to bring someone with your caliber on this show. Yes, Stacks is the coach, AAU coach. We all play basketball. We all grew up playing ball, but you were the professional. And right now on this team, on this show, you are the professional. So once again, welcome the professional basketball player, Shannon Crooks, out of Everett, Mass, by the way of UMass Amherst. What up, Shannon, man? How's it been going, bro?
Everything's good, man. I appreciate it, Mr. Beans. Stony Crook, what's goody?
What's up, man? What's good?
Shit's past, you already know. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
And T, we good hustle Stacks, you already know.
I'm excited, bro. It's my brother right here.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have him on the show. When I knew we was like, yo, you don't know how we did. Yo, not for nothing. We did the OJ Mad Dash out that airport today.
Yeah, y'all couldn't be late.
Yeah, we just got in town. Just
literally landed.
And Jamaica, huh?
Yeah, man. It was a nice vibe, man.
Thank God it was a direct flight too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Thank God it was a direct flight back, man.
Yeah. Long as you safe, man, you here.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, man. God blessed us. Let us enjoy some time and then come back and deal with the business. And I appreciate that. I appreciate I appreciate you coming on here. Really do. You don't know how much that means to this team and to me.
Hey man,
what do you
ask,
Exactly. But what do you think? We're talking NBA basketball. We're gonna go right into it. We're talking playoffs. Yep. And I know you have some comments, and I know you have some views on what's going on literally in the first round. We in the first round. And obviously we rooting for our team. We want our team to win by these numbers every time they get on the court, right? We want to see that 20 piece on, I don't care who they playing, right? So we want to see that 20 piece all the time. But what's your thoughts on this first round and the playoffs for 2024?
I mean, we obviously had a great year. The Porzingis pickup is, that's we blessed for that trade. I hate to get rid of Marcus Smart. He did all he could. Wish we could get him a ring. When it's all said and done. But Porzingis opens it up for us. My thing is with us is finishing.
You go.
We got to finish games, man. Guys are still young. They got a lot of experience. We very experienced. These guys. We've been right there for 7-8 years. It's right there. But it's the guys are still young. So
that's true.
My main thing is finishing the game. Finishing the game.
Right. And I think truthfully, that's all we all 100%. Feel the same. I think that was one of the points that we were all bringing up before the playoffs started. I'm talking about weeks before the playoffs started. When the Celtics was, I would say tapering off certain games that they shouldn't be tapering off. And You know, to me, that's not you know, I didn't look at it as a good entry into the playoffs. I like to see a team go in with their foot on people's necks. Just hypothetically, people thinking like, yo, the Celtics is coming to town. Like, that's what I want to feel.
Yeah,
so teams could have that fear. And when we're doing little lackadaisious stuff like losing to Golden State, losing to friggin' Denver in the ends of the season, losing to Atlanta, I don't like those. Like, that's to me not a trajectory for a solid playoff run. Don't get me wrong. Today's
losing the
20
big
piece,
leads too.
Today's 20 piece was a 20 piece, but still, you know what I mean? So
I'll give you all an example today. I was taking notes. This is I'm trying to get my journalism shit up. You know what I'm saying? So when we gave up that lead, and to Stacks made a great point. Clippers are the same thing. But the difference is, in my opinion, when we giving up those leads, I was never a body language guy when you're up 30, because you're up 30, right? But when we gave up that lead, you see Al was getting on people, Drew was getting, it was like Tatum was being like, not just Tatum was being lackadaisical when they went on that run. My thing is, if you go on a run, if another team goes on a run and you're playing hard, that's the NBA. Stacks, you say it all the time, this is the offensive league now. If you go on that run, but when it feels like there's lazy passes, they're not cutting and they're not taking the right shots, and you go on that run, that's the problem I have. If you go on the run, because I think Clippers was still playing hard, but they had Luka and Kyrie was just going off. And I know that's a whole different, animal with the Heat have. The Heat are gonna, Crooks, shiz.
Already.
They're gonna play hard. We all know they're gonna play hard. That's just that team. They're just gonna play hard 48 minutes. But when the Celtics when they give up them leads and they're playing without the force, if they're playing with force and they give up a 10, 15-point run, it is what it is. The NBA, you're going to make shots. That's my issue, and I seen that today at the end of the game, even though we won. They just look like they just were lackadaisical with it. That's all.
Yeah, they got to maintain their focus. That's the thing with them. I was looking at the regular season, giving up 30, 20-point lead late in the third quarter. I mean,
shout out David Burns.
So, they just even at the minimum to win. Even win again. There was games where they just lost being up 30 and 20. So yeah, they definitely gotta, finish these games, man, and stay focused. They definitely gotta stay in the game.
I love my guys, Tatum and Brown, of course, but one of them guys gotta be like, yo, give me the fucking rock, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
That's what Curry
does. Charge.
Yeah, somebody got to say that's what Curry did, that's what Kobe did, that's what LBJ does, that's what Jordan does. Like, when they see that lead dwindling down, they're gonna make a play.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, and in Miami, Ayo says, man, Adam Silver got to do something about letting them sit in that goddamn zone the whole game. Like, you can't. Nobody want to go to an NBA game and see a fucking team sitting.
I thought they outlawed that shit at one time.
All game long, dog. Like, you can't. Let me tell you something. When I was coaching AAU, a coach came to see a game. And he said, Coach, I didn't come want to watch these kids play zone the whole goddamn game. Let me see if they can mix it up with a little bit of man. I want to see if they can guard. Nobody wants to go to top dollars to watch a college goddamn game. I mean, that's just all I'm saying. Now I give it to Spo. He hides it a lot. He switches it up. He switches it up. 1-3, 1-2-3. He hides it. Yep. But it's a zone. They're not playing man. You know what I'm saying? And you know why? Because there are liabilities on defense all over that team.
Yeah,
so
true.
You got to exploit that, especially with Tyler Hero. So go at him, man.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not 100%.
Time off.
Oh, he's still not 100%?
Yeah, no,
he's
not
100%, but he plays no D. He plays no D.
Right. Yeah, they definitely got it.
The way I look at it is, and again, Spo, he's definitely mixing it up, but these are pros, man. NBA teams are gonna throw a zone. They'll throw a zone at you here and there. They're not gonna play zone the whole game.
Yeah, I agree.
They zone us crazy. We never send anybody middle. Anytime we send somebody middle, we have good results, or guys don't know what to do once they get middle. And I don't know the whole philosophy of how we play, but that's an automatic. You know, you can't zone no Golden State or any of these other teams like that. You know, it should be the same way with us. You know, but we're always running into trouble with Miami with that zone.
And is that something that's supposed to know? I'm just asking this question from you guys who watch this Miami team a lot. Well, you know what they bring, know the coach. Y'all know Spoelstra. Y'all know this team. We've been dealing with this team. This is what, 2-3 years dealing with this team? Miami?
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. They're very familiar with us. So
they're very
I
familiar.
think that might play a little
y'all
part.
Talking about they running this zone on us. Is this now something on Mazzulla that he has to readjust?
Yeah, he has to readjust, but like shit says, these guys are pros. They should know how to play against the zone. That's the period. Everybody, like shit said it best. Everybody know once you get to the middle of the zone, it's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, I would put Porzingis in the middle. He can hit the mid-range, or he can pass out of it.
Right.
Put somebody there that's a facilitator. Somebody something. Jokic, he get it right there. It's problems.
You're right.
Oh yeah. No, he'll eat that.
You're totally right.
Eat that, man. Jokic
you're totally right.
He chewed that zone up last finals.
Right. So, I mean, good win for the Celtics, guys.
Absolutely.
Good win for the Celtics. It's a good motivation. To move to basically, I hope it's a gentleman's sweep, like Stacks would say.
That should be a sweep.
A sweep. Yeah, let's keep that foot on their necks.
I'll keep their foot. I want to say that, but
keep the foot on their necks.
I would say,
let me ask you guys this question. I mean, y'all say sweep, but I called it gentlemen's, right?
I said it gentlemen's too. That's what I call.
Y'all don't think
is Butler coming back?
Butler coming back.
Butler's not coming back.
No, he's done.
He's not
so y'all back.
Saying,
even though Butler, we know Butler ain't coming back, Miami can't get one.
No, I know
at home
get one, man.
No, they shouldn't.
They should not get one.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, they should not get one.
And you guys make a good point. That could be the whole growth thing, right? Because we're a better team than them, right? Maybe this getting a sweep is the whole.
Yeah, not playing to their level.
He's saying Jimmy was not 100%. I don't know if that was the case.
No, Jimmy got hurt. Jimmy got hurt.
I don't know about not being 100%.
No, Jimmy, he sprained his MCL. He's done. He's fucking 35 years old. He's done.
Already playing no more games. Not this year.
Nah, even if they made the finals, he wouldn't be able to play.
But they gotta take care of these dudes, man. Take care of them quick, especially from last year. Motivations.
They look like they want to injure them, man. Spo look like he's trying to hurt people.
Yo, at the end,
I didn't like that.
What up, Terrell?
Clean sweep, son. I'm with you, yo. Like they said today, this is the Miami team. They broke up a happy home, man. You get them out of here. You get them out of here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's saying they broke up a happy home. They came in, you know what I'm saying, broke us up. They broke us up.
Yeah, they did.
No mercy, man. No mercy.
Yeah, get them out of here. Get them out of here. I want them out of here. I can't stand Miami. I don't like how they try to look up the game.
They're dirty, man.
They're dirty, man.
Yeah. I didn't get to see that play, but that Caleb Martin.
And they learned that
dirty play, man.
You know why? You know who they team. The team is representative of of management who runs it. Pat Riley. He coached up Spoelstra. He's the one who put Spoelstra in his seat. So this is a Pat Riley straight organization. I don't care who the owner is. It's Pat Riley.
Pat Riley's tough. His rep. I mean,
and that's his reputation. You see how y'all both said. You see how y'all said they play a little dirty. They kind of like that's Pat Riley. Go back, Pat Riley. Go back.
Yeah, they was killing Jordan.
Go back, Pat Riley, when he used to coach Knicks teams and coach. You know what I mean? Go back. That's his game. That's his MO.
Pat Riley real.
And plus, he got hate for the shit. He got hate for Boston anyway.
Oh yeah, deeper, right? Deeper. Yeah, deeper root.
So we're gonna move on from the Celtics. What else is going on in the NBA? What other good games y'all saw this weekend?
The game was the Minnesota versus Phoenix game. That was the fourth game from Saturday.
Okay, yeah, they took care of business.
And Anthony Edwards, Shizzy, that dude's man.
Says I think Minnesota can give Denver.
I told y'all.
I think they can give.
I told y'all.
Yes.
I told y'all.
Always
that team is scary.
What's his name? Cat.
Cat
or Anthony. You know,
yeah, Towns. Yup. Carl Anthony Towns.
Who's their stopper? Their wing
Around,
stopper. Vanderbilt is it Van? Not Van. What's his name? I can always get it mixed up with Van. What's his name? The wing. McDaniels.
Yeah. He can hit a shot, play good D. You know,
he can play good D, man.
You know what I mean? Do a little dirty work. You know, but Carl Anthony, I feel, could be a perfect compliment to my man Ant-Man. You know, Ant-Man, but the thing is, you got to know Ant-Man's the man. You play your role, you know, sky's the limit for them. You know, it might not be this year, but, you know, some guys, they was just talking about trading Carl Anthony, but I don't think now, you know.
No, right. Nah,
at one point when Carl Anthony was not so favorable, you didn't hear his name being called a lot. I know he's a solid center, a solid player. I was saying, why is the Celtics not making a move at this dude? And this was a couple years ago. This was some years ago.
There was talks of him coming to Boston.
There was talks years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, and you know, like you said, they picked up the Porzingis, which was a good pick. So yeah, but you right, Cat, man, that dude. If I don't know what Minnesota got cooking, but from what you and from Doe and Stacks, they say Minnesota probably could be the team to give Denver that little.
I was picking them up. That's what I picked up with.
Got the size.
My biggest thing is Towns. It wasn't even with him and Edwards, in my opinion, that was holding it back. It was him and Gobert that was holding that team back. Them trying to play together. When
it's
they
kind of
that out,
I mean, obviously, a little bit.
Yeah, that's just how I seen it. Because you didn't think it was kind of like awkward last year.
It was definitely an odd pairing, man. You know what I mean? But it's somewhat working now. Rudy was about to be Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Carl Anthony was doing his thing, so he got hurt. Was he All-Star this year?
He was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he might have been. Reserve. Yeah,
man. But shooters. You know, he needs shooters around him. You know, if they're gonna win, you know, Ant-Man needs shooters around him because he hard to guard, man.
Yeah, and he's shooting a three well too. Like he looked like he's getting his groove with the threes.
He goes on like a nice little 12-0 run himself. He was making KD. KD's, you know, still KD in my opinion. He was just like, fuck it.
Hey, I'm gonna bring it back just a tad bit because you know this is all Boston love here. When I look at Ant-Man, different players, but he always reminds me of Marley Marl or Jamal Kamal. If Jamal Kamal had the same kind of mentality, you know. Man, Ant-Man, he's serious.
Yeah, I actually seen
that's a good comparison.
When I was coaching AAU, I seen him in he played for a team called Atlanta Express. And Mo said he had coached him in an NBA camp, and he said, "Yo, T, that kid right there is a pro." And I seen him, and then I was like, "This kid, he was kind of he had some size to him, but not like that." But then I seen him play. I was like, "Yo, woo-wee." like yo, this kid here. And next thing you know, he doing exactly what they said he was going to do, man. Like he's tough, man. He's one of those. I'll give it to you how you want it.
Yeah. But
I want to give it to you.
When you got somebody that's smiling and they getting buckets like a Luka, that's a danger. They having too much fun.
Yeah, they're having too much fun.
Right. Those are serious players when they laughing.
Yeah, you're right, yo. That is a good observation.
The most.
I like that observation.
He got that little Luka pivot in the little under the free throw line, doing that little McHale shit. Like
you are.
He got that. He got that in his bag. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you got that.
But
too?
as y'all talking about this Minnesota team, we got you know, someone in the chat. He's a regular in the chat. His name is David Burns. He's out of Texas. Give him a shout out. What's up, David, out of Texas? He got a question, and I'm gonna drop that question. Since y'all saying Timberwolves, what do y'all think about this question that he just said here?
Yeah, Minnesota's always gonna play physical in the paint as long as they got Gobert. You know what I'm saying? So that's always gonna be
and Cat.
Yeah,
they got the size.
So he He wants to see what, based on what he's saying, see what happens when the Timberwolves meet a more aggressive, physical, style of play in the paint. He's saying the Suns don't match. So what's the other team y'all talk? What's the other team?
There's no team out west that can match up with them in the paint, with them two bigs and Ant-Man. There's no two teams in the West that can match up with them in the paint. There's no team in the league that can match up with them in the paint. Right. When you talk about they two bigs and Ant-Man. You're gonna have to do something different with them. You're gonna have to like says, you got to bring Gobert out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they used to beat Utah with them when he was on top of his game in Utah with Donovan. Like that was a great 1-2 punch. They used to bring Gobert out. You know what I'm saying? Make them defend. You're gonna have to do that with them.
Yeah. That's I mean, obviously it depends on what the team's doing, but that's the give or take, man. You know what I mean? If Gobert's doing his thing or what have you, you gotta have somebody to stretch him out there.
Yeah,
you gotta go a little smaller, but
Yep.
But the Suns, man, I mean, my thing is like for me, the coach. The guy, I mean, the pairing with Bill. I mean, Bill's a nice player, but it's just like, from the gate, I knew that's not gonna be.
Me too. Yeah, I didn't like that move either.
But KD, man, it's I don't know, man. The Suns, I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing it.
You know what?
I
said this a couple of weeks on the show. I'm like, is KD like losing the rest of his last, let's say, golden years in basketball by giving the Suns what he's giving them? I mean, he can't. Me personally, like, if he goes somewhere else, if he goes somewhere,
he had to get out of Brooklyn.
I hate to say this, but if he goes somewhere else, guys, let's say KD decides to go somewhere else, is that washed up or has been moved?
I don't think he can.
No, I don't think so.
He can't go nowhere else.
But that's what I mean. I don't think. I think the Suns is it. This is it.
Yeah, I think this is his last.
To be fair, KD was the only one that showed up yesterday.
I mean,
to be fair, KD was the only one that showed up. And the thing is,
I'm not saying KD's a has-been. Sorry, I probably worded it wrong.
They didn't get enough from
not a has-been. I'm saying if he makes another move to another team, is that the downward spiral for his? Like, is he going down?
No one cares.
I don't think so.
He's already vilified. He's already vilified. Right. So he can't really go any lower than with the NBA. I don't think that way of him, but the way the media and NBA Twitter and NBA fans in general, after he went to Golden State, which whatever, I don't care either way. It doesn't matter to me, but he can't go no further down after Brooklyn and him and Kyrie and going to, like, there's no way further he could go down, in my opinion, unless he's still playing, averaging 6 points a game. Then it's just like, what are we doing, KD? But other than that, he can't. To be honest with you, KD is, to me, he's our generation. He's in our top 5, right? Curry, him, LeBron. He's in that, right?
I understand.
But to me, it's like he's never gonna go out how those guys are gonna go out, because the way it went in Golden State, the way it went in Brooklyn.
You're right.
He's still playing at a high level, guys. The thing with
I know he's still playing at a high level. That's what I'm saying. Are they wasting his time in Phoenix?
Well, he did not, because
he wasting his time?
He has nowhere else to go, bro. He has nowhere else to go.
So you would say wasting time in terms of him winning the championship or not?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, competing. I mean, being a real competitive in the West Coast, being real competitive. Is he wasting his time in Phoenix?
Beans is a whole different show, but the top 3 teams in the West right now wouldn't take KD on their team. Not because he's not a great player, it's just they don't. That's not how them teams play. Minnesota wouldn't take him. Oklahoma City wouldn't take him, and Denver wouldn't take him.
It's just how. It's just
It's just not how they play. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So his options are limited.
So it's like
his options are limited. But I get your question, but his options are limited, and he's vilified, man. He's vilified already, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He should stay with G-State.
You don't think OKC would take him back?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
It would be.
I don't think he would go back. I don't think he'll go back.
They wouldn't take him.
I don't think he ruins the chemistry, but I think it would disrupt that chemistry they got
exactly.
Going
on. I don't think he'd do it to you on his own.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think like Shin said, you don't think he goes back and tones his game down and realizes Shai's team and takes a back seat, you don't think he can go back to OKC?
Nah.
No, man.
No.
I mean, he would have to do that, but I don't know. Then the numbers, you got to say what the numbers are going to be like too, with his contract and all that stuff.
Say if everything works, contract and all that, he would do that, but he's still KD. You know what I mean? He's a super legend. He's gonna still be getting buckets or what have you. Guys are gonna feel. Not saying my man Shea is gonna, drop his game because KD's doing him. But that's. Are they go? I mean, I don't know. Who you gonna get rid of?
I'm saying they got a lot of draft picks. That's what I'm saying. So they don't have to get
in that team without. They still got a lot of draft picks coming, right?
Now with Grapes when he left, I mean, maybe you can mend a few fences. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't. Me personally, I don't.
Say it again.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish it.
No, when it solves everything, man. But when you're not getting it done, man, he definitely be the scapegoat. Fucking up the young kids stuff.
There you go.
They got to find out a way to find an identity in Phoenix and maybe get Bill out of there. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
so Bradley Beal's out there. He's the shooter.
Yeah, but he's
masquerading as a one.
Yeah, he's masquerading as a one.
He is,
and he's been hurt too all year. So I don't think they built that chemistry
in the last 5 years.
He's been hurt the last 5 years.
I don't think they built that chemistry with him.
Stacks.
Yeah, you're right.
No, for real, he's been hurt the last 5 years.
He's like, fuck all that. He been hurt 5 years.
Yeah, he lied.
Talking about trading.
So let me ask y'all a question. Since we're talking about Phoenix, we're talking about we're talking
Bill,
basketball.
Right, Stacks, no, we met Bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me talk about Booker now. We're talking Phoenix here.
That's Book's team.
But let me ask you this question. Is Book re-ing up when it's time to re-up?
Yeah.
He's
retiring or something.
Yeah.
Come on now.
He's retiring or something.
Come on, y'all. Think about this now.
They're gonna keep.
Think about what y'all just said. If he re-ups up, Book needs his. Book don't want to go down as one of those players that was great and never really got to a team to put him in that.
He just be in that category. He'd be in that category with a lot of players. Beans. He won't be.
I understand.
Right.
He won't be the only one in that category.
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. But with his talent, and he got a contract, another one. We know that, right? It's coming up whenever it comes. He got another contract. Do y'all really think if Phoenix is not making the moves it needs to make, KD retires? I'm talking about 2 years, 3 years from now. Book still staying there?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, you could, and I don't know why I say
might force his way out.
Yeah, well, I say he stays there because number one, Phoenix facilities are top notch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
You could attract people to play in.
I was just gonna say that. There you go.
Attract people to play in Arizona. I heard
there you go.
People say they love every player that plays there. Said they love playing.
Everybody works out there all season, right, Shizzy? Basically, they're in LA.
It's your team. It's your franchise.
Yeah.
I understand what y'all saying, but sometimes you want to win.
Word. He's winning. He ain't winning no championships. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. The mentality of an elite athlete of himself, right? He's an elite athlete.
And I love Book. Can we bring up the elephant in the room
on the hooper, man?
I love Book.
Come on, that's like think about it. Let me just throw this out there, the hypotheticals. If JB ain't getting what JB's supposed to get over here, even though he just got that money, 2-3 years from now, if JB ain't getting it, what do y'all think? What do y'all think he's just gonna sit here and say, "Well, I'll just retire a Celtic"?
Depending on what he got.
It ain't JB's franchise though.
Right. Yeah,
it ain't JB's franchise. That's Book's
it ain't his franchise, but he's the franchise. He's the right now. Numbers. JB is the franchise. Don't get me wrong. Tatum is the franchise. We know numbers wise is JB right now.
JB.
They don't look at it that way though.
3 years from now, if there's no ring involved, he's on the first thing smoke.
Yeah, he's out.
Thank you. That's just what I'm trying to tell y'all.
But
like these young guys, real players who's chasing that chip, Stacks, Shiz, Doe, and Crook, real players who's chasing that chip Forget the guys who's just making the money for the money. The dudes who want the accolade, they want to kiss it and all that shit.
But
them dudes want to win.
But that might not be a lot of these kids these days.
I agree. You said it well. Well said right there.
And just, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. We've come from a different cloth, some of us, you know. Some of them players, you know, and I understand what you're saying, but it's you know, that's just knowing the numbers on that. That can go either way.
And you gotta be careful. Sometimes that grass ain't always green on the other side. Ask KD about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you try to hop over there, what they call that shit, ring chasing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And that shit ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying?
LBJ ring chased, and
LBJ brung the circus wherever he went. He was the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he was definitely.
Don't do that, Beans. We ain't gonna do that way. Come on, man. Like, I understand D Wade in them, but that LBJ was the dude.
I know. Yeah, but he still chased it though.
But he got it.
But he got it. That's the thing. Yeah. There's other players that try to do the same thing and then wasn't able to get it.
LBJ went to Miami and he went
to go right.
I mean, shout out to LBJ. He couldn't beat.
He went to Miami and then went back to Cleveland and said, "Let me do y'all a favor."
I mean,
he
couldn't beat the Celtics. He couldn't beat the Celtics. He had to go to Miami. He had to go to Miami.
Yeah,
a younger big
Book be getting away with a lot of subpar playoff shit, fam. Like as a superstar, we gotta talk about that a little bit because, you know, obviously I'm sensitive with this shit with Brown and Tatum. You know, I protect my superstars as I should. You know, I got the Celtics shit on too. It's just all blacked out here. But a lot of these dudes get away with this subpar shit and Book. That happens a lot to Book. And like I said, he made the finals. But that's another thing too. He always gonna have the upper hand. Stacks took it out of my mouth. The facilities, the weather. I don't know if there's taxes in Arizona or not. Besides the point, a lot of those guys train out there. A lot of the doctors are out there. Shizzy, you probably know better than me. I know you're more connected to NBA than me. But it's easier to get a superstar to go to Arizona or Phoenix than to go other than LA. I think that's the easiest place to learn someone. You got Chris Paul already went there, even though he was at the end of his role. Bell wanted to go there. KD wanted to go there. Granted, these guys were in a little bit of the shade of their career. You know what I'm saying? And
Barkley wanted to go.
Barkley went there.
But in Book's defense, they using Book all fucked up. They got him playing the one sometime.
True.
When he was strictly a two and playing off the ball, he was crazy. It was
I agree.
But now you got him all over the place. You got him playing one. You got him playing some two. Then you got him back playing a one. Now when CP3 was there, he was strictly a two. That he was cold-blooded.
Shizzy, let me ask you.
That's what I was wondering what happened with Book.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question about
and that's what Phoenix is missing. They have no point guard.
Yeah, it spent a lot of energy running the point. You ain't used to that. Yeah.
Shizzy, let me ask you a question about Vogel. Did he fuck them over by having switcher Bell to the point? Yeah. Because you know Book was running the point the whole season.
But that's what fucked Book up, I think.
That may be, you know, but I think if I'm the coach, who you gonna put at the two? You understand? It's gonna be Book. You know, if he can put 70 points on the board, you know, he's gonna be the two. You're gonna have to figure it out, Bill.
You said it right, man. Bring Bill ass off the bench. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Bring Bill off the bench. Bring him off
again.
The bench.
Like who? That's what I'm saying. You got to move him. Who's gonna run the show? And you know, it's you don't see any direction. It's just playing. You know,
they're rolling the rock out there. It's rolling the ball out there. That's what they're doing. Roll the rock out there. Whoever get it, bring it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
Hey, dribble hand off to KD and let's go.
KD got it all night.
That's what happened when you got $340 million players, though. How you gonna fill out your bench? How you gonna fill out anything?
No shooters starting.
They gotta give Grayson Allen 40-30 million, whatever they gave him.
Grayson Allen.
That's right, Grayson Allen.
They gave him $25 million a year, some crazy shit. Like what?
Did he just Grayson Allen stepped up this year for them, man.
No, he did.
But
he's still
racing.
He ain't a point guard though. You should have paid a point guard.
Well, let's see what that playoff pressure does for him.
Listen, they tried to experiment and it failed. They tried to experiment. That team needs a point guard. I could listen. If you put Bill off or bring Bill off the bench, you got bring in a PG that's going to facilitate and just get them guys in the right spots and get them guys orchestrated. That team could be dangerous. I'm telling you, it could.
Yeah, man. Trade. I don't know if they'll do that. I'll get what's my man Cunningham for Bill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can make some moves. I'm telling you, man.
There's a lot of guards throughout the league that
I'm gonna tell you, it'll be a perfect fit over this. It'll be a perfect fit over this shit. My man, though, we like him. My man that just got traded to the Wizards.
Oh yeah, Trey.
Yeah, Trey Jones.
Yeah,
you put Trey Jones on the
he's solid, man.
They ride. I'm telling you right now, they ride.
I don't know his turnover to assist ratio, but I know he's one of the top guys.
Yeah, if you put Trey Jones on that team, they ride. I'm telling you right now. And you got to remember when Trey Jones was on Memphis, there was times where Memphis was better with him than John Morant.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And he'll knock it down too. You know,
they played well without John Morant for a while when he was out all those games.
And they're gonna be back next year. I think they're gonna be strong. Memphis. They got a lot.
Phoenix got to do something. There's always something missing with Phoenix. There's always something, man. Especially when they got spanked by Dallas. Oh, I felt like everything was downhill from there for them.
That was a fucking annihilation.
That was like,
wow.
That was Luka coming out.
7.
Like sis says, laughing the whole game.
The whole game. That's on the tip off.
He was smiling the whole game.
I don't know how long. I don't know how long I got my man Shannon on this thing, but I'm gonna move on to the East Coast real quick.
Okay.
What do you guys think about Milwaukee?
Yo, I called this. I said this. Says you're gonna agree. Milwaukee can beat Indiana without Giannis because when they go, Indiana wants to go up and down, and Dame loves that shit. I'm telling you that now.
Mm-hmm.
No, and he got 35 at the half right now. Right now. If you get into an up and down and no defense, just shooting, running, and gunning, Dame's gonna torch your ass. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now.
So you're saying a half court basketball game will slow Dame down.
Yeah. If you want to run, you think you're gonna get up and down with Dame goddamn dollar. You ain't gonna happen with you. I'm telling you right now.
No,
that dude is cold, man.
Stacks no Dame for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they can beat Indiana without Giannis. If Indiana wants to do that running gun shit like they do and play no defense, that's Dame's game. That he's gonna average 50 if they do that.
Yeah.
Now is Giannis out for this complete series?
No. If
they're gonna gauge it, I think.
Let's just say if Indiana, if Milwaukee wins these 2 games, they'll sit Giannis the whole series.
They're gonna hold him out as long as he can, man. Because what wasn't it a growing? What type of injury? Calf injury. Yeah,
a calf injury. Yeah, it wasn't.
They're gonna hold him. They're gonna hold him out.
I know that calf.
What I said to you.
The calf, right?
What I said
injury doesn't heal.
What I said to y'all. Right now, Dame got 35 in the first half, and they up 27.
Yep.
Telling you, that's a bad matchup for Indiana. It's a bad matchup.
Yeah, it is.
What you were saying,
you would have thought too that Indiana would be
Indiana,
able to.
I mean, they got to get used to playing with each other. They got the new my man Siakam. You know, they have some good games. They're looking amazing and stuff like that. But that's fine. You know, it's all about chemistry. You know, chemistry is the number one thing, and it'll show. You know, it'll show. Right. I don't see them getting it done. I don't see them getting it done.
Yeah, they're not going to figure that out. This playoff.
Dame looked like he in the damn All-Star game. I was like, nobody.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of game. That's one player you can't mess with like that. Not him. Not him.
Yeah,
and I got one more game to cover real quick. It's not what else game played in the East today, guys? I did cover some West Coast games. I don't want to ask about this Mavericks Clippers game, but
no, it was just 2 games today in the East.
It was just 2 games today.
2, yeah.
Okay. And then the Maverick Clippers, real quick before we end it on the, and I still got a couple things I just want to run across Shannon before we end it. In the NBA segment. What do you guys think about this Clippers Mavericks? How y'all see this series going? And how do y'all
I mean, I was shocked.
Strong. I know we all talking. We mentioned something about the Clippers might be one of them teams in the West Coast that might be able to stir the pot.
If Kawhi plays,
I said
if Kawhi plays.
Yeah, if Kawhi plays.
Okay. What injuries he dealing with?
Yo,
because they didn't really mention his
who
injury.
even knows now. He got.
If I'm the owner
of the Kawhi always have the mysterious injury though.
Kawhi's.
There you go.
Time though.
If I'm the owner,
if I'm the owner, the correct word that I already knew. Kawhi plays when he wants.
Yo, if I'm the owner of the Clippers, and that dude goes and plays on that Olympic team, he's off my team, dog.
I feel you.
Yo, let me tell you, Kawhi missed some big games, man. He missed some big games, man, these last couple of years. Because I believe he didn't play last year.
No.
And I think he missed a series clincher or game 7. Kawhi been missing some big games, man. Let me tell you.
I thought Kawhi been out the league 5 years now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean,
that's what a dude been out the league for 5 years now. I'm telling y'all, man.
But he big moment player, man. You know what I'm saying?
You could get him
that leeway, you know, because when that moment's there, he gonna show up. You know, he's not gonna disappear on you. You know,
true.
Yeah.
And that's how that's how it goes.
They just hoping they can get him.
To me, as far as an NBA
really
player
counts.
that got like all this talent and stuff like that, and this high ceiling and all this stuff, he's an enigma.
Well, he doesn't like to play injured. I tell you that.
Nah, he ain't playing injured.
He's not gonna play injured.
When I mean an enigma, like guys will get hurt, they work through it, they come back.
Nah, he ain't
they work
through
it.
Working through no injury, man. That's the trick.
I know you're the pro. I already know that, so I can see where he's probably like, "Yo, I'm not."
For example, Embiid, seeing him get hurt, Embiid's not 1,000%. Obviously, they're paying the guy millions of dollars, but at the same time, your health is at risk. And I'm a firm believer. Yo, if I can go, I'm gonna go, but I'm not forcing it. And there's a lot of pressure on guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Across the water, it's a lot more blatant.
You know what? I was gonna. That's why I didn't want to. I wanted us to get past this NBA talk because we went right into it. But I did want to ask you, and I could go right into it. Right? This is how we do it. We just flow right into conversations. We flow right into shit. Nothing's cookie cutter. Yeah, this is no cookie cutter shit. This is not staged or anything like that. It's straight 100% off the cuff. This is where we do it every Sunday. We talk what we hear on what we feel in our heads, on our minds. That's it. But before you go, and I know I don't want to hold you too long, but tell me how. You just mentioned something that was going to be a question that I was going to ask about your playing days. Mm-hmm. Now, I introduced you. I gave out some of your accolades, and listen, Boston shootout, everything. But bro, you a Julius Erving award winner, all those type of things. How was it playing as a brother, an American, right? These overseas teams. Now I know they like one thing I just read off your bio. Your bio is crazy. Your last team you end up playing with for your career was in Germany. Am I right or wrong?
No, my last year playing was for a team in Angola.
Okay.
Club. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I don't know where they put that Germany thing in there. I saw something about Germany.
Yeah, I did play in Germany for sure.
Okay. So how was it playing in Angola as an American, ball player? Basically, coming from over here, going over there, and I know you spent years over there. What was that experience like? As and how did you feel? Was you homesick? Things like that. What was the experience of being in Africa playing in Angola? Like, really, that's big.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate it, but it's one of those things where at that time I already been traveling, living away. I mean, obviously starting from high school, always on the road, away from home. In hindsight, you look back at it, but you're always on the road. You're always away. So it wasn't a obviously it was Africa.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Was it an adjustment to lifestyle and
yeah, I mean, we're gonna get there, but yeah, it's definitely adjustment of lifestyle. You have some things you wouldn't I don't want to say tolerate, but you have to tolerate, whether it's eating at a place or certain conditions, but for me, when I first got there, it was it definitely felt like Africa. Angola was in a couple, like 4 years removed from war, and I'm green to all this. I'm just a hooper, not scared of nothing. Wherever we gonna hoop, we gonna hoop. We paying, we going. So being there, it was an adjustment. The physical play. I mean, we got a nickname, the jungle. We in the jungle.
That's what I was going to ask you. How are the athletes? How the African ball players compared to the American ball player? Like you just said, the physicality. Like, what is their game like?
So with African players, I mean, Angola, I would say Nigeria. Angola has a lot of money. Obviously Nigeria too. It just doesn't trickle down as much. But those are probably the top places with basketball, Cote d'Ivoire. But the players, it's one of those things where, and it's all over Europe. I always say we kind of learn backwards because, not to get too deep, we learn on our own or from the homie we seen hooping when we was coming up. We a lot of those guys that inspired us, and it's like our game is not, those fundamentals are not there, from the beginning, and a lot of those guys, their fundamentals is there from the beginning, and not even saying, a lot of the young guys playing against, playing in pro leagues, playing in a pro league, and international competition, because there's no high school basketball, no college basketball. So a lot of these guys play for clubs, and that experience, a lot of them is invaluable. Guys can play, guys can play.
That's what I want to hear. These guys, I just wanted to know, like, are these guys, I mean, because the reason why I asked that question, maybe now I don't know too much because there's so many young ball players out there, so many young talent and great talent out there. But I know when we got introduced to the African player, there was only one or two, the Mutombos, the Mnukbos, we didn't get that influx. Like now they forcing the influx of the European player into the league. So that's why I'm asking about that,
Yeah, I mean, but over time, obviously, the internet and guys being able to get tapes and N1 and shit like this. So, those guys can, get the vibe of how guys play over here. Back in the days, you have Mutombo and fucking, a lot of these old school African players that were mostly big men, But now, you can go to Luau Deng, all these players. I can't think of, but it's 1,000.
Right. No, you're right. Yep.
Players. And again, it always starts from a fundamental base where I feel, and maybe it's changed, over time, we don't start from a fundamental type of base. We play off of a lot of talent and athleticism and things like that. A lot of kids, we have trainers and stuff like that now, but back then, you were kind of like freestyling it, so to speak, but it's always been that structure and, reading screens and shit like that. Nobody taught us that when we was coming up, so to speak, but, we had the athleticism and the, and
the skill,
the
period.
And the, that inner fire that a lot of them people don't have.
Quick question from me. So over there, do you think you learned a lot of? Did you learn? Because I've known you since you was kids. You know what I mean?
Already.
You think you learned more of the game over there than you learned over here, and you played for some good coaches.
Good question. So, you did. You played for some good people out here.
So do you think you learned more over there than, or did it just sharpen you up and like add to your toolbox over there?
I think I think it's just sharpened, obviously, pro game, college game is it's a lot different. There's some similarities in college and the pro game in Europe. You know, obviously because of 3-point line, they can zone and all kind of things. So they, you know, the court seems smaller as far as spacing wise. You know, rather than the league or what have you. For me, it's learning. Obviously, playing against pros, but just learning a lot of the tricks of the trade, man. You know what I mean? A lot of, like I said, less is more. You know, watching a guy like, Luka, and I always say, a lot of our games was predicated off of athleticism, even though, we had talent, but this is the game of basketball. And when you're in Europe, you learn that. It's the game. I've seen a lot of guys get cut and go to the NBA and play. You understand? It's a different game, and it's one of those things where, and I always tell people, you can't have a bad game across the water.
Okay. You said you can't have a bad game.
Huh?
You said you cannot have a bad game across the sea.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's the truth. A lot of these places, a lot of these teams, you don't produce one game. They can they say, listen, we have no money right now. What are you gonna say? Pay me. You understand?
Right.
Some people that they have their bag and they take it waiting for you. I've seen it. Guys that come to practice, you think they come to practice, where are they? They've been sent home. So it's like, guys are definitely fighting for it over there, and we can have that conversation, in the future, what have you. But definitely, like as far as learning, obviously learning from the States, and that's why I learned, basketball and a lot of these different coaches and stuff like that, before you get out there. But the program is just a different game. It's a consistency thinking game.
That's so.
How's the weather out there? It was hot every day
in Angola. Yeah,
it was hot every day.
Weather's always nice, man. The weather's always nice. Yeah, that's a whole different show.
And the people, that's a whole different show. And the people treat and obviously are the people nice?
Yeah,
the people in Angola, the Angolan people.
It's my second home. Again, that's why I say that it's my second home. And one, in my eyes, it's a lot of great people. Good. Obviously, it's Africa, and for me, a lot of people think, I don't want to say lions and shit running everywhere.
No, you got to be 100. Some people think that. Some people think you got to be 100. There's a lot of people who think Africa, they think lions and tigers and shit. And,
man,
that's what I be thinking.
You got to go into the bush. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real.
The bush.
I've seen a couple like little Ebola like monkeys, here and there, like just out of the blue. You understand? But it's just like anywhere else, obviously, depending where you are, the language barrier, I speak Portuguese there. But, again, Angola's, trying to be like the Dubai Africa. And I mean, it's.
Oh, they trying to be on the scale of being the Dubai of Africa.
Yeah. I mean, they have, it's just like here, man. It's like anywhere else, it's not like, obviously you can go out in the rural area, out in, the bush, so to speak,
right?
But in the city, man, you got casinos, everything. It's turned for sure.
It's turned, right. They say that about Africa. We don't know because we never really ventured.
Man,
but they say Ghana, these places, food. Nigeria, all these places is where it's popping out there.
Mozambique. If you've never been to Africa, and God bless me with the opportunity, but it's like if you've never been to Africa, you definitely got to go. You definitely got to go.
That's one of my. That's one of my. What do you call it?
Bucket
list trips, man. I'm talking about of a lifetime.
Yeah,
lifetime trip.
And everywhere.
People say, "Oh, my lifetime trip. I want to go to Hawaii and all this shit." No, it's the motherland. I want to see Africa, Egypt. South Africa, places like you just saying Mozambique, them places like that, Egypt,
all those places, people or what have you, you gotta, and I definitely want to go to Egypt too, but you definitely want to go more south and see what's going on.
Yes, exactly. You want to go south. South Africa, I heard is beautiful. Cape Town, the whole nine. I just wanted I'm a history buff. Y'all know that. I want to see the history of what went down in there and how the people live today. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why I want to see South Africa, because we learned so much that these people was apartheid the same way we was. But
South Africa, but you know, they always, that's one of the things that, you know, South Africa. I've been to a million places in Africa, man. I mean, Africa, I mean, it's awesome, man. You know what I mean? And again, everywhere has its problems, but you know, there's more places than, and you can be safe, I'm sure, than South Africa. You feel me? You know, Namibia, Kenya, you know, it's a lot of places, man, you know.
Yo, I got one of my buddies, man. His name is Jag. He's into music and put, you know, reggae music and all that stuff. Reggae's big out there right now. You know, not right now, but it's been big. So he's a reggae DJ, and to tell y'all the truth, based on what you just off of what you said, my boy Jagger International. What's up, Jag? He spends more time in Africa than he spends in America. And you know where his business is out of? Where he makes his money? Africa. He's not, put it this way, he told me a long time ago, the music competition and DJing and that type of stuff, as far as that, he was able to pivot, trying to hustle and bustle in America and be in this grind to try to make it in that genre. He went to Africa and took his talent musically to Africa, and that's where he's based now. He's making his money and thriving out there.
Yeah. If you're doing business, you have to be out there. You know, you can't be doing business from the States and not.
Nope. You got to be there. Like, this dude's there all the time. Like all the time.
You ain't lying about that. You can hear some of my coworkers building homes back there, yelling at the contractors at like fucking 6. For real. They be like, yo, hold on, I gotta take this real talk. A lot of my people are from Lagos, from the city in Nigeria.
Cool, yeah, man.
Real. And he's building a few homes out there. And he's always constantly on the phone with the contractors.
Lagos.
What'd you say?
The traffic. That's all over. Lagos is a different monster. You know,
it's like New York City, right? Like,
I heard Lagos is New York, like New York. I heard it gets down in Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah. They said that's like, you know what I mean? Like Miami on steroids type shit, like crazy down there. Yes, from what I've heard.
Miami's real commercialized now. Real commercialized,
right. I'm just talking about as far
it is. It ain't what it used to be.
It ain't nothing.
Golden years is over for it. It got washed up. You know,
that ain't Wade County no more. You know,
no more Wet Willies.
Nah. I mean, that's one of the few things that are left, but like they had a strip full of clubs, they all shut down. I mean, COVID kind of caused that, but they didn't recover from that. So it's different.
It went back to what it was.
Just watered down. Yeah.
What it was before.
So Shannon, thanks for giving us that little thanks for giving us that little breakdown on Africa. I know there's more. We got tons of questions for you, man. I'm sure there is.
I think one of the NBA playoff buff.
Exactly. You guys, I'm sure. Hopefully that you can jump through. You know, come in a couple times during this playoff run. You know, because we're gonna be doing this running through the playoffs every weekend.
Indiana cut that lead down to 12.
In and give you a little, you know, ones and twos on what you feel going on and how, you know, what you like and what you don't like. We're here to critique things, man. Like, this is what it is. When you're dealing with social media, you're dealing with the world, you get the opportunity to critique what you see. And right now,
I said it's out there, it's public. So
it's out there, it's public. That's what I'm saying. So once it's public, I'm gonna give you my you know, my synopsis on what I look and see on that situation. So hopefully that I'll you know, that you'll come through and bless us again with your presence. And I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate the love, man. You guys
definitely.
You know, you guys are the best.
Likewise, definitely.
Love you, shit.
You know, Boston. We go love
Boston.
You know, it's being forever, Thor.
Being forever all day.
Yes.
And I'll invite any, you know, like you said, I was gonna ask you this, but I'll save it for another. You know, I'm sure you have solid friends and teammates that you played with overseas and even here in the States. You know, you played with a lot of people. You know what I mean? And you know, you've been all over. Like you said, you've been traveling, playing ball since you was a kid. And I know the experience is there and the stories are there.
Sure.
You know, just in a 1 hour show, so we can't get through all of that. But
I can tell you a brief story. I actually told us this. I was out in the A. Dion Glove though. So I ran into Glove. He's coaching the Atlanta Celtics. You remember that Glove had a shootout for your ass that year.
Yeah, Glove was a beast, man.
Yeah. Glove was just had a shootout for your ass. And I seen Glove. I was like, oh shit. I said, Glove, what up, man? I remember you tore the shootout up. You was my man. You like, yo, your man Shiz. Yo, every time I see Glove, his eyes would get big when I bring it.
Yeah, we used to
bring your name up and shit. That shit was funny, man.
Hey, we played the little nugget. Don't forget who was on that bench for Atlanta, Shizzy.
Atlanta.
You know my pops was on the bench for Atlanta. He hosted Atlanta every year, and my uncle Kevin hosted Virginia every year.
Come on, Kevin's my man.
Don't forget, my father was on that bench every year.
Come on, man. You know your family been in the game. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Dion.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah. And you know your pops and my pops, Shizzy, go back.
Already.
God bless them both.
Rest in peace to Big Sam. We should stay night at Shiz crib. Shiz pops had the three. Shiz pops is Trini beans.
Oh, he's Trini? Shiz, you're Trinidadian. Why didn't you tell me that? You over here, you ain't even say you're Trinidadian this whole damn time, bro.
Yeah,
my gosh, we know each other all this time, and I didn't know you was Trini, bro. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Shout out. I know how it is, though. You're American Trinidadian, but you're still Trinidadian.
Nah, already, man. Listen, I mean, I got stories all, you know what I mean? I've been around, man. My pops all around the beam. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Shiz was the first one. Beans put me on to the rotis, but Shiz put me on to the callaloo.
Hungry, man.
Hey, shit, I still got 25% of your tape collection at the crib, too.
Nah, man, Sean. Don't get started, Sean. You know what I mean? Sean, yo, Dole tape collection, impeccable. You know,
crazy.
Y'all
nigga had an impeccable tape collection for sure.
Crazy.
y'all two right there. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I might have got y'all 1 or 2 times. Like, I know I got dope for that.
Stacks always had the exclusive. Stacks.
Yeah, I had the exclusives, but y'all had the. I used to go get the. Yo, I was the first one with the Biggie though. I was the first one with the Biggie. with the Biggie.
Might have been the Jizza too.
Might have been the first. But Doe used to always have the exclusive underground joints, like the exclusive
Lazy K.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Lazy
K.
The
Lazy K tape. You the first one I seen.
Lazy K was one of the best DJs, man.
Oh yeah,
on the underground.
Listen, being Stony, I'm gonna say this real quick, right? And we'll talk, right? When it comes, because I'm a big music guy, right? Shiz know this. Sean Doe opened my eyes to a particular hip hop that a nigga never knew exists, you know. And if you into hip hop, you'll know groups like the Bums, Hieroglyphics,
Bush Babies.
Oh yes, Hieroglyphics.
Bush Babies.
Bush
he was
Babies.
big on Tribe. You know, I remember
Tribe. Tribe is my
Tribe was my. Those are my guys.
I was into everything. Ziggy. And it was just like, yo, a lot. I was like, damn. I was like, this shit. Like, you know, but it was, yo. I always say that. I say, yo, man. You know what I mean? You know.
A lot of like old school. Remember that. I actually discovered them in Philly. I actually met that dude in Philly. Shout out to Yogi. That group called Crew.
Crew.
Yeah, Crew. You had to go back and listen to that tape.
They got like 32 songs, classic.
Yeah, classic, dog. Classic, dog. Classic.
Yeah,
like
every time.
No, but it was because of Dole. Like you said, I never was into that kind of rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sean was like, yo, Sean used to come over like with some motherfuckers. Like, yo, what the fuck they got on the tape?
Boogie Monsters. Honey,
I remember
them.
I want to listen to that shit. Don't get that shit out of here.
You don't know.
I remember I played the Roots for people. Not you, not y'all. I remember I went to the hood. I was in Charlotte. I played the Roots. These niggas were looking at me like I had 40 heads. I was like, bro, These dudes are serious.
They don't know what they didn't know what time
it was. Something
That's
new,
like back, think about it, Stacks. Think about it back in the days, De La Soul.
Yeah.
I was on that before. I was on that before they even knew.
Yo, Beans came. I'm gonna tell you a story. Beans, we had worked all summer. Beans came to my crib in Brooklyn as you walk through the joint. Beans said, yo, T, the De La Soul tape came out. We went down to Dudley and got the 3 feet high and rising. 3 feet high and rising.
Yep.
Yo, I can tell you a story about every tape. Yo, I remember when my man shot one of the most underrated rappers to me ever, Heavy D. Like Hev don't get the nerve. I remember me and Beans going to Mattapan Music. Shit, you know, Mattapan Music.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Back down, you know that's Mattapan Music. Me and Beans went and got the first Hev that the Girls They Love Me joint, the single.
Yep.
Single. When they had the single
single.
Crazy.
How much was that tape? Like $5, $3.99 for the single, something like that.
$2. It was like $3.
Yo, Beans, you was high on Brand Nubian. You guys put me on.
Oh yeah, I brought the because I was saying
on Brand
one of my good friends from New York. Shout out to Tyrone and his brother Cheyenne.
Yo, shout out to Tyrone, yo.
Tyrone and Cheyenne.
Shout out to Ty.
Yep, Ty, yo, he the one. You see that Mount Vernon, that type of rap, that type of era. Them dudes from the Vernon. And from New Rochelle and all that.
Matter of fact, he put us on the CL Smooth too.
He put us on the CL Smooth. Remember, them dudes was from the Vernon. They went to school with him. He used to literally like hang around with Pete Rock and them dudes like up there in the Vernon.
Not to cut you off, Mr. B.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
One more, man, and I'm gonna let you go. Shiz, the white. I don't know. Sean Doe had a white car. What was the car, Sean?
The little two-door joint.
Listen,
the eggshell.
Sean Doe was driving back in the day. So check it. One day, Sean, you might have picked me, T, June, all of us, and he always has some exclusive tape. I knew you would. Anytime you see,
hey, yo, but shit, say it right. The joint didn't have a radio, so Doe used to have the radio in the back seat.
But listen, this the album he pulled out. This the tape he pulled out. And you gotta understand, I took pride in having exclusives, and he was playing Smith and Wesson, The Shining, the tape.
Oh, I
was sitting in the back seat. I was crying. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? That shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. You might
know what I mean?
That had to be like 95.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. That may be one of the most
that was a great
albums ever in hip hop.
I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? And we're playing the Black Moon T with
Black
Moon. You know, the reason music's so important to me. When I first came on this show,
man.
Now I know all y'all, but I remember, I think our time. And like even with Crook, I said, Crook, I know you ain't gonna remember this. And then it came back to me because Crook, I don't know why he came to my crib that day. I don't. But then I thought about it. He's cool with Mike, who's my guy who grew up on the same block as me. But I'll never forget. Let Me Roll with Scarface came out. I said, Crook, I gotta go to Funky Fresh. Went to Funky Fresh, brought the Let Me Roll single, went to my crib. Played this is 1995 or 6. And I was like, why was Crook with me though? Not that we weren't cool, but I'm like, why was he with me? Why did we go get the mute? Why did we do that?
The circumstance.
And you just came with me.
I used to check Mike a lot during that time.
Yeah, I think I was able to see MD.
If you remember, like growing up in the 90s, Mass was a heavy West Coast music.
Yeah, I have a lot of West Coast shit too.
It was a lot of West Coast music being played in Boston during them nights.
Yep.
I got Ant Banks all his first 3 albums. Ant Banks.
First, I got the DJ Quick. Yo, shout out to Quick. Yo, DJ Quick has some joints.
Too short.
Quick. You're right. We used to listen to a lot of West Coast rap out here.
A lot of West Coast rap.
That's a lot of West Coast rap. But for some reason, I remember there was like a little point of time when I used to go back and forth in New York, and I used to just bring back all that New York, like you said, that boot camp clique, and you know, all of that Buckshot, Shorty, them dudes, man.
Word.
Yo, when we used to come back with that flavor, and I'm talking about
kids,
new leaders in a new school before Busta Rhymes. Before
Right.
Busta Rhymes went on his own, leaders in the new. You're talking about that was the genre that, you know.
Shout out to Rusty. But you know who had an ill record store? This is coming from someone that collects, and you know who had to me, even more than Mattapan, Rusty.
I already know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're
gonna say. Everett Music, bro. I'm telling you right
Get
now.
Out of here.
The dude was from London. The dude was from London. He didn't have the mixtapes.
Yo,
he had everything. Was every single. If you couldn't find it at Rusty didn't have it, he had it.
You ain't from Boston.
Word.
It says it though. Y'all know if you ain't go downtown and hit Strawberries up.
Strawberries,
man. Hell yeah, right next to
shout out to Skippy Whites too.
There you go, Skippy White. That's what I was looking for. Skippy White.
Skippy White. That was a franchise.
They had a Skippy Whites in Eggleston, remember?
Yeah.
Strawberries was the joint.
What's that block right there? Right off Mass Ave. Over by 10. What's that? What's
that?
Northampton.
Skippy White used to be
right. Oh, yeah, my mother worked there.
Yeah, that's the South End. That's the South End right there.
Yeah, that's the South End. They had their Skippy Whites in the South End.
That's the Skippy Whites I used to go to. That one right there.
Hair shop now.
Right.
Mom's bought the Fat Boys license to ill for a nigga birthday when I was young.
You know I lived down the street. My mother bought me the DOC album.
Yo,
the DOC?
I understand, like,
Christmas.
That was a good album.
The hip shit. They say, yo, what's the hip shit? She get that for the party. You understand? I didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
2 albums, yo, legendary.
Man.
I remember going to Skippy White's at the time. I wasn't real big on female artists. And I went and bought the Queen Latifah Wrath of My Madness from Skippy White's. I was like, yo, that shit. Yo, but shout out, that fucking, when that MC Light came out with that Paper Thin, my mind was blown, dog.
Yeah.
I did not know.
There were some good female rappers back then. MC Light.
Yeah, they were spitting back then. They were spitting.
Moni Love.
Moni Love was
they had to spit those lyrics, man, you know.
Yeah, and people didn't even know until she started talking. She was from the UK.
Beans, I never knew that. Beans, I swear, you might call me crazy. I never knew that till 5 years ago.
Get out of here.
I never knew that. And I heard, only reason that you said Beans, I heard her talk. I said,
yeah. She's from the UK, and obviously you know Slick, but they were, they were the first.
You talking about Moni Love?
Yeah,
Moni Love.
Yeah. She got that accent.
Yeah, she's from London. Her and Rick was like the first international rappers that
it was
got
Dana,
in the rap game.
Dana Dane.
She's a big part of hip hop.
No,
big part of hip hop.
Dana Dane changed his voice.
Dana Dane was Millie.
He's from New York. He changed his voice. I think.
Yeah, he changed his voice. That was Slick Rick's
man. That was Slick Rick's man. No, Dana Dane used to.
He switched his voice up.
He was with Slick Rick. That was he had to go with that vibe.
That was like his best friend.
There you go. Yep. Dana Dane the fame. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Wow, I can't feel Dana Dane. I try.
Yeah, I never really got into him like that either, man.
I never got into him.
Like
but Dana Dane was Slick's man.
He had a couple joints back in the day.
He had a couple joints.
You know, my guy was Father MC.
Yeah,
Father MC.
Father MC.
Hey, what y'all know about my man?
That's before Puff.
I
think Puff took his style.
With funky dividends. What y'all know about that?
Y'all don't know nothing about 3 times dope, man.
3 times dope.
Oh hell yeah!
They can Philly, right?
They took Bobby Brown's cut. They took his cut. They all had the Gumby.
That's right. They took the Bobby Brown Gumby and they
the main
rolled
guy,
with it.
the main dude, but they had the Gumby joint though.
Everybody
watching the show. Y'all call it the Gumby. If we were from Boston, that cut was always called the Bobby Brown.
The Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
The Bobby Brown. We never called that cut Gumby. It was always the Bobby Brown.
No, we never called it the Gumby. It was the Bobby Brown. You could go in the barber shop. Y'all know I cut here. You be like, yo, let me get the Bobby Brown. And next thing you know, your shit was going to the side. You know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
When I had the high top, I think I did one Bobby Brown for I did a Bobby Brown for a little bit when he was in the curly. You know what I mean?
Nah, your Beans, you was the first one. We had the flat top, but you was the first one to lean your joint in the back. Remember?
Oh yeah, when I leaned
the Theo Huxtable.
the Theo Huxtable. Theo Huxtable. And they got that from actually, I think it was Play from Kid and Play who dropped that.
Yeah.
Not even Kid, it was Play.
Man. Remember Play they kept shooting up Play Barbershop, man.
Yeah, he had Barbershop in Boston. They kept shooting it up, man, and they had to get rid of it. But guys, yo, listen. I want to get on to the Champions League. I appreciate my guest Shannon from coming in, our guest for coming in. It was a long-awaited
pleasure,
to get Shannon on the show, and it all worked out perfectly. Hopefully we could get him on here again, and we can go through some more sports and talk some more way back in the day shit and talk our Celtic shit. Man. You know what I mean? Celtic pride. Guys, if you're watching, we just did a show with a premier UMass standout, Shannon Crooks. His nickname, King Stizzy, but that's our people's, and I appreciate him coming through. And much love, man, Shannon. Thanks for doing this for the fellas, man.
Peace, brother. Keep it going. I see that G-Dep album in the back too.
I like that. I like that.
Yep, that's a good one. I like that. Yo, welcome home to G-Dep. G-Dep, I'm glad that, that's a good one. G-Dep was fly. I like this. I still listen to that shit.
That album was fire, man.
I still listen to G-Dep. That's just in my rotation in my Apple thing right now. So, yeah, shout out to that, man. And shout out to Shannon, man. Shannon, good looks, man.
Peace.
All right. Yes,
no
we
doubt,
will.
Man.
Yeah, fellas, it was good. Thank you, Shannon, for coming on once again. It was a good show. We had a good time with Shannon Crooks. He gave us a lot of information. He talked about how life was in Africa. He talked about his playing days in Africa. He gave us his breakdowns on the NBA playoff, what he likes, the teams he like, things that he's seeing going on. We will have Shannon Crooks back on the show again. He is a Parlay with Us team member. He is on this team, and he's one of our good friends. So before we move on to the next segment of the show, thanks for everybody for tuning in. We had a lot of people in the live today for tuning in, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is our first show back from Jamaica, and it's live. It's popping. I love the feeling that I'm getting today. So with all that being said, thanks everybody. Hit the like, subscribe again. Hit the likes and subscribe. Share it on all these platforms. As you can see, we have connections with a lot of different people that we know growing up with, that can give you guys a lot of good content out there. We will have more people on in the future, always surprise guests. So stay tuned for that. You never know who will be on here. So for now, we're going to move on to the Champions League, and we're going to give you the weekend preview. The last time we talked about the Champions League, we was prepping for semifinals. So I think semifinals was said and done. And Sean Doe, I'm going to turn it off to Sean Doe, and he's going to give you guys the preview on the the Champions League. Sorry.
I'm going to be I'm not going to be too long when it was great matchups, man. Real Madrid, man, what could I say? Knocked out Man City Real Madrid's that team that they had no business winning that game. No business. Man City had 80% possession time, but they just know, the Champions League got to know how to play, bro. You got to know how to play. You could have the better team. It ain't like the NBA where most of the time the best teams win. You know what I mean? You got to know how to play in that tournament. And Real Madrid pulled it out in a shootout. It was a penalty kick.
Oh, it was a penalty shootout.
Shootout, man. It went long. It went to the penalties. They ended up beating Man City. Bayern beat Arsenal. I think Arsenal just losing steam because they're going for the Premier League championship. They're just in a lot of tournaments. You guys know, the NBA is trying to copy that model with the in-season tournament. In soccer, they have a lot of in-season tournaments. There's a lot of different cups. And Arsenal's fighting. They were fighting for that Premier, and they're still in it. They won today, so they're still in it. Or they won yesterday. I'm sorry. But when you fight, you're literally playing one game in your regular season, and then you're playing in that Champions League, which is the biggest tournament, within the same week. So it's kind of hard to balance that And Arsenal really haven't done a good job of balancing that. And to be fair, they've been playing a lot of high leverage games. Okay. So they ended up losing to Bayern, who's basically just playing for the Champions League. They're not going to win their league. So they're going to be playing Real Madrid. PSG, who I like, they're not the under. They're kind of not. They're not favored to win. Mm-hmm. But to me, they got the best player in the world with Mbappe. We all know him. You don't have to be a fan of soccer to know him. And he came up big in that game, bro. He said, "Fuck it, I'm taking over," and they ended up beating Barcelona. And the funny thing is, if they beat Dortmund, who ended up being Atletico, which wasn't really a surprise, he might play his team. This is what I was telling you guys. This could happen. He might play his team for the championship. And
oh, you was to go ahead, run that because I'm looking up some.
So PSG's playing Dortmund. This is the Final Four. PSG's playing Dortmund.
Right.
Bayern's playing Real Madrid. If it goes how it looks like it's gonna go
Tuesday.
You're playing at 20th. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Bayern is playing Real Madrid. Yep. Okay. Yep. For the first leg.
Okay,
go ahead.
I don't want to look too far ahead.
Right.
But it could be PSG versus Real Madrid. And he's going to Real Madrid in the summer.
Ooh.
So
he's playing against the team that he's going to
go to. Wow. And the reason why he's going to that team, not to get on a tangent, the reason why he's trying to go to Real Madrid because he wants to be in that class with Messi in it. And it goes back to how our sport is, Stacks. Like, you got guys that go to teams because they want to get that hardware. And these guys make more than NBA players. But that hardware, like that Golden Boot, the Bellator, the trophies, Messi won it last year. I don't think he should have won it. I think the kid from Man City should have won it because he won every tournament. The kid Erling, he didn't win it. But that's why he's going to Real Madrid because it puts him in that tournament because Real Madrid is always in that every year. They're always fighting for Champions League.
Right.
And it just gives you more eyes on you because there's a lot of politics in that too, just like there is in the NBA. These ain't the four teams I thought. I thought Atletico was going to be Dortmund, even though Dortmund's been finishing strong. Mm-hmm. Arsenal didn't disappoint. They're just playing for so much, bro. They're trying to basically, to me, they want to win. They're trying to win the Premier League, which is the #1 league. They're trying to win everything.
That's because it's a UK team.
Yeah, it's a UK team.
And they Man City has been running the show for Man City is the G state. Man City is the G state of the Premier League.
Yeah, the G state. So they trying to they want. I'm not saying that what they want more. I'm not playing it.
Right. I know what you're saying.
How I follow it, they put more stock into the Premier League than they did the Champions League, and that's why they're not in it right now. And they came back yesterday. They won yesterday in the Premier League. They're in first place there, but that's neither here nor there, man. I was just amazed how Real Madrid, like, you hear about that team, you hear about Barcelona, you watch the game, and that's why I think I fell in love with the game, is because there's so much strategy. I used to be like, I want scoring, but it's how you play, like, in that tournament. Like, it's just so ill. Like, you could be the best team, but if you don't know how to play in that tournament, if you don't know how to keep your cool, it could just, like, throw off the whole scenario. When Real Madrid won that, I was like, wait a minute, what? They really won that in penalty? Like, I watched 103 hours straight, and they won that by penalty kicks? Like, okay. So these four teams deserve it. They're definitely top teams in the world, so they're not like there's no really surprises.
Right.
But I'm looking for.
And where's PSG from again? Where's PSG from again?
France.
Okay.
So PSG's from League One, France. Dortmund's from the German league. I was gonna ask Shizzy what team did he root for when he was in Germany.
Oh.
Real Madrid's from Spain and Bayern's from the German league. And Bayern actually got Harry Kane. You guys know Harry Kane. He played for Tottenham. That's Tom
Tottenham.
Brady's
That's what I was
team.
about to. Harry Kane played for Tottenham. Yep. Okay.
So now he's on Bayern.
Okay, he's on Bayern.
So they
now.
had a rough go of it this year, but like I said, they know how to play in the Champions League. That's why he went to Bayern, because they just know how to play. It's just certain teams, so certain organizations know how to win. And that's if you want to be that player, to be in that greatness, you have to win a Champions League Cup. You have to. That's why Messi and Ronaldo, they are. They're great players. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they'd be good without it. But that's what makes those guys immortal. Is those winning that Champions League.
Winning that.
That's why that's such a huge tournament. It's on national TV. You could go to. It's on CBS.
Yes, I know.
It's not like you gotta go buy it or anything like that.
Yeah, no, so that Champions League is on.
I recommend you guys, if you have the time, it's on April 20th is the first leg. For the listeners out there, I gamble on it. I actually did well last week. Today I didn't do too good because I was like half-assed sick in the bed, like just getting out of my slumber. I was betting on the Premier League games this morning. I was like, fuck. And I'm losing my NBA bets today. I didn't bet on the Celtics, but that's what it is. You got Dortmund, PSG, and Bayern, Real Madrid. We'll follow that going forward. And I'm rooting for the PSG, Real Madrid, man, just for the
aesthetic
storyline, man. That would be so dope with the NBA playoffs going on, and
two big teams,
and the guy that might go. That's not Mike. He is gonna go.
Is going right. That's what I'm saying.
Playing against his team, and don't forget he transferred there in June.
Oh, he transferred there in June.
He transferred there in June.
Wow, that's like right around the corner.
Right around it. They offered him $1 billion to go to Saudi Arabia.
Was that real?
Yeah, no, that's real.
Crook, I don't think they would have gave him $1 billion up front, but if he went there for 2 years, they would have gave him $500 million a year.
Overtime, yeah.
Overtime.
Mbappe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was headline, but they never spoke about it again.
Right now, the Saudis are trying to rape a lot of leagues. Trust me when I tell you.
Didn't they buy a golf league? Didn't they buy Live? Yeah.
That's a big beef right now between them and the PGA.
Yeah,
listen,
but what they did though?
You know what? Let me say one thing.
Down a little bit, Beans.
They calmed down. They calmed down because you know why? I think the big wigs in the PGA, as far as like those big dudes, like the big golfers.
Yo, they was giving out money like
crazy. The big golfers. Yeah. Yo, I know the big golfers had a big meeting with the PGA. I'm talking about those big golfers, the VJ Stings, this one, that one, all these big golfers. That's a Tiger, whoever, all those big golfs, McIlroy, all of them. Them dudes sat down with the PGA and say, "Yo, what the fuck y'all thinking about? What y'all think y'all gonna do? Y'all think y'all gonna stop this? Y'all ain't stopping this. If y'all still want us to play in this PGA shit, shut your trap because we're gonna go over here and make this money real quick."
Yeah.
It's an outer league. It's an outer league. We still gonna play PGA, but the Live is just an outer. It's just like playing in two cups, like you just said, playing in two leagues. We're just gonna play in another league and take this money from them real quick.
The only danger is though, Beans, Stacks and Crook. The danger is when you go over there, you have to conform. So
that's the danger.
Do you know?
You're right. Good one.
Ronaldo is so big. He's such an ambassador for that sport over there. His wife or girl posted some shit where she was half nude, not nude, but she was like, they wanted to put him in jail, fam. If it wasn't for him, being who he was,
they still want him.
And they almost still did it, Beans. They almost still did it.
Yeah, they real strict when it comes to stuff like that.
Of that league, that's why no one wants to go there. That's why Mbappe didn't say that, but a lot of people don't want to. Soccer players don't want to go. Yeah. Golf is different. Yes. Soccer players, they like them niggas get into some shit, bro. These dudes.
Yo, these dudes are getting in.
These dudes off the court.
They're rock stars.
Crazy.
Rock stars.
Crazy. Read their bios, bro. Read their stuff.
Those dudes are rock stars.
These
so imagine you go to Dubai and they gotta tell you gotta just like chill.
Bro, you
can't drink. You can't have a drink. You can't go out. Yo.
There's a dude he plays for, I think it's I forget his name. It should come off the top of my head. He got caught up for gambling. banned for 8 months. He just came back. You got guys that are, you know, sexual assault, all that. You can't go over there and play and think your girl can't even go over there and wear a short skirt to the game, like, and put stuff on Instagram. They monitor all that stuff.
All that.
Oh yeah.
She can't even.
I'm not saying that's why Mbappe didn't. And Mbappe is 25 years old. Not that he's a partier and does all that. He don't want to be. He's still a little spicy. Like, they had a beef in the tunnel, Barcelona and Mbappe. And there's a kid that plays for Barcelona. He's 16. Black dude from Spain, via Morocco, right? He got into it with Mbappe. It was like a brawl in the tunnel. You could Google it. It was crazy. That happens in Saudi Arabia. You're done. You can't. You have to conform, which is their right. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's not up to me to say that. But you have to conform to what they do there. There's guys that play there that don't want to play there because they got the bag. Karim Benzema, for instance, who used to play on, on this side, you probably know him. He don't want to play there no more because his girl, like, it's just too much. It's too. It's like you can't F up over there.
Too much pressure, man.
Too much.
And they really don't have too much wiggle room, you know.
And Sean said the magic word. Mentally as well. Sean said the magic word. They are monitoring it. This is not like America where it's free reign, you know.
Yeah.
No, the state of whatever, the state.
Yeah, it's not even the soccer league. It's not even the league.
It's not even the league. It's the state.
Right.
The state government monitors everything.
Unbelievable.
Yo, we as regular, not superstars, regular people, we can't even go there and do nothing.
Yeah, act up. Yeah, you can't.
Nothing. You ain't gonna find no liquor, so forget about drinking. Right. Only certain, I think if you're American, they will allow you to drink inside your hotel.
Inside, yeah, if you go to
in the hotel.
In the room.
In the room.
You see what I'm saying? Your girl with her hair out. Your lady with her hair out and she's all trying to be cute, locked up.
Yeah, you can't.
Skirt, locked up. Showing more
can't
skin,
swear either.
Locked up.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's not like they telling you don't do it. No, they just lock up.
Go ahead, do it, and you're done. It is what it is.
But the money for if I see what you're saying, soccer is different, but in golf live, the tournament comes around once a year. They go on a tour.
See, the difference is, I'm sorry to cut you, Beans. The difference with live, I'm sorry, Stacks, Beans, and Crooks, is they travel around. It's based out of Saudi. They play some tournaments there.
Right.
They'll go play at like Trump's course, or they'll go play like in like it's just not. Yeah. It's the base.
Australia,
Japan.
Japan.
So it's live. Yeah. It's based out of. Don't get me wrong. There's tournaments in Saudi.
Yep.
But when you play in a Saudi soccer pro league, which is not a bad league, it's on FS1. You guys could watch it too. I gamble on it all the time. They actually just had their little playoff. But my point is, everything is there, so it's monitored more. Like, so if you play for Live, right, and you're Bryce, whatever his name is, Bryson Shamblo, he does some dirt in Florida, the government is not going to do anything to you. Oh, you're representing Live, you can't do this, and you know what I mean? No. That's what makes it kind of easier to sign with Live. Like Stacks said, they were giving Stacks. I think they were giving those golfers $304. I think they gave Phil like $500 million.
Nixon got a lot of bread to go over there, man.
$600 million to go over there.
Yeah,
but he's not based there. When you play soccer, you're based there. And like me and Stacks, and we all had this conversation, which I think is a great conversation. I was saying to you guys, like, why do these guys, the MVP? I like the MVP race, but it's like they put this like MVP 6-man and all this. And then I think of it, it's just not the money thing. It's the legacy. A lot of these guys do care. And Mbappe is one of those guys. He wants to be with Messi and Ronaldo. He wants to be that guy. And he's good enough to be with those guys. He's actually that talented.
Yeah.
So he's
that
like,
he should be there. Yeah.
I'll make probably $300 million less. Because he's still going to get a bag. Don't get it twisted. Real Madrid got money for days.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys are worth money. That team is worth probably double.
Yep.
So he'll get that back, but he wants to get those accolades, and I respect that. You know what I mean?
Respect that. Yep. So,
but yeah,
guys,
man, I appreciate you guys for letting me do that segment, man.
oh no, man, I
I'm
love
so
the
heavy
soccer.
into that shit, bro.
I love the
heavy
soccer
into
segment. I love the soccer
under all the
segments of our
time.
show.
I bet the
Because
under.
you know what? Reason why I love the
favorite
soccer
play.
segments of this show, Sean, it's something that I used to watch some years ago. I was watching soccer, trust me, especially when Messi and Ronaldo, them dudes was at their height. I was watching that shit, the Premier Leagues. You know, I used to always watch Manchester City. I mean, not Manchester United. I was a big United fan until I fell in love with what Man City was doing. They came from the bottom. I always liked that.
Yeah, they did come from the bottom.
They came from the bottom. So I started fucking watching Man City. And I became a Man City fan. You know what I mean? I watch them all the time. Like when I say anytime I throw on anything Premier League, if it's anybody else, I probably wouldn't watch. If it said Man City, I'm watching it. That was just me. And even Manchester United. Like I was, everybody's a big Manchester United. That was like, that's UK's biggest team. That's their biggest team. You know what I mean? But when you get into that Premier League, you start learning about Taunton. You start learning about, Liverpool and all these other different teams that you start to say, oh, you know what? You'll get into the game. It's the same as any regular sport like football, basketball. You just got to get into the genre and learn the players and learn the teams. And once you do that, like you are, though, you will always be.
You know what's so ill, real quick too? You figure it. Don't get me wrong; it's a lot of teams, but if you think about it, the way they break it down, because they got Italy, Germany. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing.
Right?
It's really only like 30 teams. Like there's more than 30 teams, but like that really compete in the Champions League is less than 30. So you could actually follow it.
Yep.
Because they condensed the Champions League is all the leagues in the world that are in that European zone.
Yep.
They condense it to whoever finishes in their division. And this summer is gonna be the Euros.
Okay.
This is gonna be something we all could follow because all your boys are playing. Messi's playing, Ronaldo's playing. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be on TV like the Olympics. So you're gonna not have to follow it.
Right.
And Crook, I'm telling you, if you start watching it, betting on certain things, bro, it's fun to bet on.
Yeah. Look, my favorite bet in soccer is the under.
The under,
I bet the under a lot, man. That's a good angle.
I'll talk about it another time, but I be doing these corner kicks, bro. And either
I watch did you see me and Crooks was in this real quick. We about to hang out. We about to get off of this live right now. But there was a game on this weekend, and I forgot what I want to say. There was a sweet header to the corner, diving header that I saw this weekend.
That might have been the
man. That gotta be man.
That might have been Luton. Was it 5-1? Was it a blowout? No,
it wasn't a blowout. The team's color, it was like a brownish and a burgundy. Who's that?
Yeah, that was Luton. Yeah, that was the Luton game.
The Luton game. So the other team had on white.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the head striker to the we was watching that game and this dude, remember Stoney, we saw that dude do a header. He was diving to the ground.
And Stacks.
Kicked it to
him.
You know
what you would appreciate about soccer, Stacks?
Yeah, and it hit the post.
I know you would appreciate this because Stacks is competitive.
Right.
Yo, coach, Stacks, you could never, every game means something. Even when the teams are out of it, because if you don't win, they relegate your ass. They kick you out the league. That's it. If you don't finish, that's why when you see these teams that are playing so imagine Detroit playing Washington in meaningful games. I'm not saying NBA should do this. I'm just saying why I really like this sport's fucking ill, the whole setup. Because they make it so if you don't spend money, if you don't put competitive teams out there, you get relegated. Let someone else come up and take your spot. And that's another thing that I like about that. And I know, Stacks, you being a coach, we all are. We all want to see. But I know how you are, Stacks, because I always be thinking I hate when these teams at the end of the year just go half-ass, bro. And I know it will never happen in NBA. I'm not saying I want it to happen in NBA. I'm not saying that. My point is, though, it's just like, it's so ill, like how that is, how like you have to, every team has to play for something. Because if you finish in the bottom third, you get relegated. So you see these teams at the end of the, fighting Manchester City, the worst team in the league. Like, why are they fighting like this? Because if they don't, they get relegated.
Right.
But yeah, that's my rant, bro. And,
good, man. So yo, guys,
good, man.
I know we've been on. This is we had a good 2-hour show. We had Shannon on, Shannon Crooks, UMass standout. We had Shannon on. We talked a lot of basketball. We talked about a lot what's going on in the playoff season this year. Sean Doe just gave us a good breakdown on the Champions League semifinal and what the final is going to look like. Hopefully in the next week or two, or in the next week or so, we'll know what the final will be breaking down and looking like. So I thank Sean Doe for doing that, for Sean to breaking that soccer down. A lot of people are interested in soccer. That's something that we have to stick to and have to get better with. We know everything else, so we just need to add another genre to our repertoire. Is to
shout out to the Bruins too, winning game.
Yeah. Shout out. I was just getting ready to say. Shout out to the Bruins. Bruins get. I actually watched that game.
We're just waiting for them to make it to the final. They disappointed us too many times.
People you're right.
To jump on that.
We'll have that conversation at another.
Shout out for them winning, but be real careful.
Shout out to Ryan Garcia. Nobody's had him winning that fight against him.
Nobody.
Like nobody had him winning that fight.
Shout out to the bettors that did take him.
Yeah. Shout out to the bettors. Shout out to Conor McGregor. McGregor took him. So he beat the doodoo brown dog shit out of Haney. Like that was I didn't see that coming. I thought Ryan was losing his mind. All that stuff he was doing pre-fight. But hey, he had a scheme up his sleeve, and it paid off, man.
Yeah,
it paid off.
Yes, I did see that header. When I was checking on bars. What's that? What's the name of that? What's the name of that sports app, guys? I keep forgetting. Barstool. Is it Barstool?
Yeah,
Barstool Sports. Yes, I saw that. It was on top of the head page on Barstool Sports this afternoon when I was looking at it just to get some research on what's going on, and yeah, the boxing, was that boxing or UFC?
That's boxing.
Yeah, boxing. So yeah, I'm not too versed in boxing. I'm glad, Stacks, that you stay up with it, and Doe and Crooks, I'm glad you guys really stay up with the boxing. Boxing has lost. It's lost a little bit of the lure. You know what I mean? So there is still diehard boxing. Like my brother's a diehard boxing, fan. He's into like how you would know these guys. I don't know these guys the way you guys.
I love a good boxer.
So that's good that and we will converse more and bring that more on the show. Talk a little bit more boxing and stuff like that. Get people back into the boxing genre and give them a little bit of everything. So guys, with that being said, I appreciate today's show. We did it. We did a
what time we did on Thursday?
Thursday, same time, same bat channel, same bat time, 7:30. We could move it around.
What time the draft start though?
8 o'clock.
So you want to go on at 7?
You want to go on before the yeah, let's go on at 7 before. Yeah, a good hour before the draft. We're doing a quick pre-draft show.
Quick little pre-draft, and shout out to them dudes. I actually watched these show beans. They shouted us out. Young Bull, Old Bull, Young Calf. They actually talk about some good shit on that show. Actually,
that's why I try to tell y'all. Yo, shout out to Young Bull. No,
Old Bull,
Young Calf. Shout out to them. I can't forget about our peoples from Boston who shot us out, and checks us out on our lives.
They the one get. That was the idea because they actually doing the pre-draft thing too.
Good. So we will be doing a pre-draft this Thursday, guys. 7 o'clock. Parlay with us.
My schedule.
Pre-draft show. Sean Doe is changing his schedule.
Yeah,
so
man.
To make the pre-draft show. We want to. This is very big.
What they gonna do with the picks, Tony?
Don't get him started.
With the third pick with the Patriots.
We gotta go to trading.
I was thinking third pick. You know what? It's so funny. It's so funny. Hold up. I don't want to overtalk everybody, but it's so funny when we was talking about this show, right? When you just said about, are we starting it at 7:30? I'm thinking, do I want to start it So when we get that pick, we could just all of us go crazy once we hear it.
Yeah, we could do that. 7:30 then.
Do y'all want to do it like
I'm changing my schedule, so I'm available.
Do y'all want to really do this live? Remember,
they've been quoted. They've been quoted. They open for business. They're open for business.
Hold on. We're at number 3. We're at number 3.
When they say, Stoney, what they say?
They open for business.
We're not covering the whole draft, people. We're not going to cover the whole draft. But if we can start somewhere when the draft gets going and our timing can coincide with that third pick, so we can know what we've been talking about for these past months.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's do it so we can see the reaction on all of our faces when that third pick is announced. If it's a trade down or what we do with it. I think that'll be a good one. So if you guys are interested on an 8 o'clock start time for the pre-draft show,
that's cool. I'm with it.
Let me know. I'm available on Thursday night. We can do a 1 hour. We just need to get to the third pick. So they'll get that in 15 20 minutes.
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be
quick. So if we get that half hour, 45-minute show for the pre-draft show or the draft show, not even a pre-draft show, we're gonna do a draft show, the NFL draft show with Parlay. We're live. We're going as the draft is going. All right. That's the plan. So, guys, check us out. All these people in this live. We got a lot of people in this live today. Shout out to Shannon. Hit the thumbs up, people. The thumbs up. Hit that like button. And hit the subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribing is more important. Yes, we want the likes, but we need the subscribers.
Hey, yo, Beans and Crook, get some rest, man. Y'all look like y'all just came back from Jamaica or something.
Yes, we did.
Man, we ready, man.
Listen, look, where you see right here? Where you see that? Shorts. I'm in shorts, fam.
Yo, I thought I was in a dream. I swear to God, bro. I know y'all ain't gonna believe me. I was like on my phone, like, what the fuck? What?
You thought we was bullshitting, huh?
I was bro. Shout out to y'all though, man.
Yeah, man. We tried, man. And real quick before we go, shout out to Chef Marcus and iBarrelStar if he's watching. Chef Marcus at iBarrelStar. Yeah, man. Yo, he hooked us up. Anything we wanted to eat, he took care of us, especially seafood, things like that. He brought it to our table. We still got the tag on, you know, like straight off the damn flight. So shout out to Marcus at iBarrelStar. #1 chef, man. He's a boss over there. Check him out if y'all visit iBarrelStar, Montego Bay. So, guys, with that being said, Stacks. Thanks for all of that, man. You facilitated that pretty well today. We're getting Shannon on the show. Doe, thanks for your Champions League review. It was perfect. I like that. And Crooks, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put it all together, and we'll see everybody on Thursday night, 8 o'clock draft show. See y'all later.
Easy.
No doubt. We out.
God, to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through.